Dumb and Dumber 2 begins with a long-running gag 20 years in the making. Lloyd Christmas has been committed to a mental institution, in a catatonic state, since he discovered his love interest, Mary Swanson, was already married in the first film. His best friend, Harry Dunn, has been faithfully visiting him, always hoping that one day Lloyd would snap out of it. Imagine his surprise when Lloyd reveals that he has been pranking Harry by faking his condition for the past 2 decades. The humor is pure slapstick and is reminiscent of the silliness from the original film. Shortly after, Harry shares some serious news with Lloyd. Harry is sick and in need of a kidney transplant. But when he tries to secure a donor, he discovers that he cannot get one from his parents. In a surprising twist, he learns that he was adopted. His father gives him a stack of unopened mail that has been accumulating since Harry moved out. One letter in particular stands out, a postcard from 1991 from Frida Felker, his ex-girlfriend. In the postcard, Frida reveals she was pregnant and asked Harry to call her. Motivated by the possibility of finding a compatible kidney donor, Harry and Lloyd decide to track down Frida. Upon contacting her, they learn that she had a daughter, Fanny, who was given up for adoption. Frida shares that she had tried to reach out to Fanny with a letter, but it was returned with a note instructing her to never contact again. Fueled by the hope that Fanny might be able to donate a kidney, Harry and Lloyd embark on another cross-country road trip. Their destination is Oxford, Maryland, where Fanny, now going by the name Penny, lives with her adoptive parents, Dr. Bernard Pinchot and his wife Adele. When they reach the Pinchot's residence, they discover that Penny is off to a Ken convention in El Paso, Texas, where she's scheduled to give a speech about her father's work. Bernard had entrusted Penny with the delivery of a package to one of the convention heads, but due to her absent-minded nature, she forgot the package and even her cell phone. This package is a subject of high importance. Bernard claims it contains an invention worth billions. In an interesting subplot, Adele, in a secret plan with her lover, the family housekeeper Travis Lippincott, is attempting to poison Bernard to inherit his fortune. After learning about the package, Adele suggests Harry and Lloyd could deliver it to Penny in El Paso, thinking it would be a good way to rid herself of them. Meanwhile, Travis is tasked with accompanying Harry and Lloyd, his mission being to retrieve the package for himself and Adele. Travis's patience wears thin with the duo's antics and eventually tries to kill them, only to be killed in a train collision, thanks to another one of Harry and Lloyd's pranks gone wrong. As the plot thickens, Travis's twin brother, Captain Lippincott, a former military man, learns of his brother's death. When Adele confides her plans to him, he readily agrees to help her eliminate Harry and Lloyd. Thus, with the stakes higher than ever, Harry and Lloyd proceed to El Paso, where they are unknowingly walking into a web of deception and danger. Upon reaching the convention in El Paso, Harry and Lloyd's adventure continues to escalate. Harry decides to impersonate Dr. Bernard Pinchot to gain access to the convention and successfully delivers the speech. However, the friends encounter a bump in their relationship when Harry discovers Lloyd's romantic interest in Penny. This revelation leads to an argument between the two, as Harry had seen Penny's photo earlier and also developed feelings for her. Caught up in his budding emotions, Lloyd is kicked out of the convention when the organizers realize he is not on the attendee list. However, Lloyd's infatuation with Penny persists, and he receives a call from her, informing him that she is in town with her father. Lloyd seizes this opportunity and meets Penny at a restaurant. The meeting leads him to the mistaken conclusion that he, not Harry, is Penny's biological father. Meanwhile, the plot further thickens when Adele arrives at the convention with Captain Lippincott, ready to carry out her murderous scheme. Adele takes center stage and exposes Harry's impersonation to the convention heads, accusing him of stealing the valuable package. This causes a major uproar at the convention, throwing it into chaos. Simultaneously, Frida also makes her way to the convention with the intention to connect with her daughter, Penny. On being denied entry, she triggers the fire alarm, causing a widespread panic and the evacuation of the building. Amid the ensuing chaos, Harry bumps into Frida and Penny. However, their reunion is short-lived, as they soon find themselves cornered by Adele and Captain Lippincott, who are armed and ready to kill. The suspenseful scene is interrupted by Lloyd's unexpected return from a trip to Mexico. In an act of selfless friendship, he reveals he went to have one of his own kidneys removed to donate to Harry. His entrance turns the tide of the situation, leading to a surprising intervention by FBI agents who storm in with Bernard. He exposes Adele's plot to the convention, revealing that he was well aware of her schemes all along. In a comedic twist typical of the series, Bernard then reveals that the much-anticipated package that everyone was risking their lives for actually only contains cupcakes. This revelation triggers a series of unanticipated outcomes. Frida discovers that it was Adele, not Penny, who returned her letter with the note, "Do not contact again." Angered by the downfall of her plot and the unraveling of her lies, Adele makes a desperate attempt to shoot Penny. But Harry jumps in front of the bullet, saving Penny and getting himself injured in the process. Adele and Lippincott are promptly arrested by the FBI. This series of events brings a dramatic close to Dumb and Dumber 2, with Harry being rushed to the hospital due to his gunshot wound, where he reveals to Lloyd that he was pranking him about needing a kidney all along, returning the long-running prank from the beginning of the movie. The dramatic hospital scene shows the duo's enduring friendship and their penchant for silly antics, even in grave situations. Simultaneously, a surprising revelation regarding Penny's parentage comes to light. Frida reveals to everyone that Penny's actual biological father is not Harry or Lloyd as they had been led to believe, but their deceased high school friend, Peter P. Stainer. This revelation shocks everyone, adding a layer of complexity and irony to the entire story. With the convention fiasco and the parentage drama behind them, Harry and Lloyd set off on their journey back home from El Paso. This trip is quite different from their journey to El Paso. The stakes are lower, the tension has dissipated, and they're returning to their usual goofy selves. In a final, quintessentially Lloyd and Harry-style stunt, they spot two women walking towards them and, in a fit of juvenile humor, push them into a bush, yell, "Bush Club," and run off, leaving the women bewildered. The movie concludes with the iconic high five between Harry and Lloyd, symbolizing their enduring friendship and the return to their usual antics.